Okay, today we are going to make a tutorial on how to create tokens using our Launchpad. It's quite simple, really. You just need to visit CryptoHub.investments, and then, let me just put myself a little bit smaller, and here, terrific. You just need to create, click on the button Create, and then Token. From here, you're going to find onboarding widget, which basically is going to explain you what you are going to have using our token creations. You don't need any coding experience. The tokens are going to be sent directly to your MetaMask or whichever wallet you are going to use. Powerful features that you can add to your token, and every single token created in our Launchpad is going to have audit included. So you're going to receive the audit badge on any pre-sale or staking, in this case upcoming staking, that you're going to have. So let's go ahead and create a token. First thing that you need to do is connect your wallet. So let's go ahead, select the wallet we want to connect. There we go, and I'm connected. And after you connect your wallet, you're going to have three things that you need to keep in mind. The first one is the network that you're currently in. So as you know, we are supporting 6 mainnet chains and 2 testnet ones. The testnet one is Goerli and Base, and the mainnets are Ethereum, Binance, PulseChain, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Base. For the sake of demonstration, let's just use the Goerli one. Okay, so now that we are on Goerli, let's create a token. We have to make 2 decisions here. Are we going to deploy the token to our wallet, to the wallet that I currently have connected, this one? Or should we create, or should we deploy in a separate wallet? For example, let's say you have a client and you are creating this token to this client, and you don't want to become the owner of the client's token. So you are basically creating a token to someone else. If that's the case, you are going to, let's say, this one. You can copy the address of the wallet that you wish to create to and paste it here. So in this scenario, you are deploying the token in someone else's wallet, and he's going to become the owner of said token. Okay, now, last decision that you need to make is what kind of token are you going to create? Do you want just a simple token that you can use either in meme coin, or do you want a more advanced token, which is going to give you options such as taxes and reflections? For the sake of demonstration, we are going to make a simple token for now. In this simple token option, you have 5 options here, which are toggleable, and they are optional, let's say. And the mandatory fields that you need to fill out. As you can see on the top, we have token type, which we already selected the token type, basic one. And now we need to select the basic information of the token. So let's start by naming the token. Let's call it my token. That's the name of the token. And now the token symbol, MT, my token. And the decimals, we always recommend having 18. That's why we have it as a standard, but you can change it. And for the ones who don't know what token decimals is, just keep it at 18. The ones who know what token decimals are and what they are used for, go ahead from 6 to 18. You can choose whichever amount you want. And then the total supply, let's say 10,000. And it's going to be an extremely low token supply token. All right, so we can just go ahead and click next if we don't want any other token features, right? This would be like the basic of the basic, right? You just need to review, pay, and mint. So I will review, my token name is my token, MT, 18 decimals, 10,000 supply, and no feature. So no DAO feature, no launch mode, no burn, no blocklist, no anti-bot enabled. So basically that's going to be a simple token. Let's go back for a while and let's try to mess around with a few features here so the token can become more complex. Let's start by launch mode. This launch mode is a function that it doesn't allow anyone to transfer, sell, or buy your token until the owner of the token writes the function disable launch mode. You can only disable it once, and it's impossible to enable it again. So this is basically a toggle switch, so it's easier to have people list the token on decentralized exchanges without having the risk of front-running bots, or if you want to distribute tokens before listing on a decentralized exchange, this is going to prevent your holders to add liquidity before you do. It's quite useful if you plan to make several sales of the token and eventually some P2P launch mode is quite useful in that way. Now the burn token. Burn token, it's obvious. It can destroy tokens, reducing the total supply of the token. This function, this burn function, it's not going to be automatic. So this is a manual burn. You can toggle this function here, and inside the contract that you just created, the token contract, you are going to have a function called burn tokens. Whenever you call that function, you need to place the amount of tokens that you want to destroy, to burn, and after you write it, the total amount is going to be deducted from the amount that you burned. Blocklist is quite useful for eliminating bots or malicious entities in your project. For example, let's say you have a front-running bot constantly buying and selling your token whenever it's listed, and you always get stuck in the middle. For example, let's say you want to buy $100 worth of your token, and before your transaction gets finalized, this bot is going to buy first, and then you buy, and then the bot sells. So basically, it's profiting from your token. A blocklist would basically say, hey, this wallet that's doing this monkey business, it's not going to be allowed to do it anymore. So it's quite useful to eliminate. Some people don't like this function because it makes the contract quite centralized, right? You have a lot of power using this blocklist, but it's very powerful and useful for project owners to maintain the integrity and the stability of the project. Okay, we have the DAO feature as well, which is going to turn your token into a decentralized autonomous organization. This is quite fun, and not many people know and understand what the DAO feature is, but inside this token, if you toggle DAO, you're going to be able to vote and make proposals, and you are going to even be able to delegate voting power to other wallets. Let's say you are not a very active community member, but you trust the position of the CEO or the CTO, or just a friend that it has invested in the same token. You can delegate your voting power and say, hey, the voting power that I have, it's going to be given temporarily to this guy over here, this wallet, and that wallet is going to be able to vote for you. The first question that you're going to ask is, can I do it inside the token? Do I need a secondary platform? Well, you can do it inside the token, but it's going to be extremely not user-friendly. So I recommend you using a third-party website such as Snapshot or Tally. So that's basically what the DAO feature entails. Now let's kick it up a notch and explain the anti-bot or anti-dump. This function here, it's not going to allow anyone to buy, sell, or transfer more than X tokens during an X period of time. It's also very useful for listing because it's not going to allow people who bought heavily on the pre-sale or seed sale or whatever sale you conducted, they're not going to be able to sell every single thing at the same time. Meaning, instead of having a huge red candle, you are going to have smaller ones which can be mitigated by the buy-sell, the buy orders that you are going to have during the course of time. Right? So it can be quite useful. The disadvantage of this feature would be auditors and some third parties don't like this feature, because then again it's centralized and people are going to frown upon that. However, all of these features, if you toggle them, they do not require any additional setup. But if you select the anti-bot, it's going to ask you to set up. Whichever amount you're going to put here on this anti-bot setup, it's not set in stone. You can change it later on the contract. So let me go back to see how many is our total supply. It's 10,000. Okay, we have 10,000 tokens. So how much can someone hold your token? Let's say 5%, right? No one can have more than 5%. Otherwise, it would be like a major whale. Right? So you want to make sure that you don't have bigger whales that can destroy your liquidity at will. Let's say 5%. So 5% of 10,000 would be, hold on, times 0.05, 500. Oh, that's little. Okay, let's do it. So no one can have more than 500 tokens in the wallet. And actually, I think I made a mistake. It's 5,000. And now the transaction period. So considering that no one can have more than 5,000 tokens in the wallet, how much of a transaction can they do and for how long? Let's say people cannot make more than 1% of the total supply as a transaction, and transaction counts buy, sell, and transfer. So make sure you select the correct amount for the transaction. Let's say 1%, so that's 1,000. 1,000 each 5 minutes. So with this setup, people would not be able to hold more than 5,000 tokens in their wallet, except the administrators of the token. They cannot send more than 1,000 tokens during 5 minutes. So if they want to send 2,000 tokens, they need to make one transaction, and then they need to wait 5 minutes, and then they can make the second transaction. And that's basically it. That's how you deploy the token, and all these options are for the basic token. Now, let's try on the advanced token. What kind of options do we have there? Let's see. Here on the advanced token, you have exactly the same ones as you had before. So launch mode, burn, blocklist, DAO, antibot. But you have two new ones, which is tax and rewards. Okay. Let's keep in mind that we are going to use the same token, exactly the same token that we use on the basic token, but we are going to just toggle the rewards, okay, just to see what's different. Selecting a tax token, it's going to give you this dashboard. In this dashboard, you're going to find that we have several types of taxes. And if the tax is a buy tax, sell tax, or transfer tax, whichever tax you are going to be planning on listing, this is going to be important. And then what kind of tax do you want to receive? For example, let's say you want to have a tax, your tax token is going to be collecting 5% on buy and 5% on sell. Which currency do you want to receive as your tax? Because this is your tax, right? Only you are going to receive this tax fee. You can either receive it in the same token, or Ethereum, or Binance, or BNB, or whatever, or a separate token. Let's say you want to give out USDT. Okay, now that we know that we are going to be listing on PancakeSwap, and we are going to distribute, let's distribute ETH, okay, to be easier. So we are going to be distributing Ethereum on PancakeSwap as taxes for your wallet. Now, what kind of in which wallets do you want to receive this tax? We give you three options: marketing tax, charity tax, and auto LP. LP stands for liquidity pool. So whenever you toggle auto LP, means auto liquidity pool. So the tax is going to be added automatically to the liquidity pool, making the liquidity stronger, having a lower volatility on your liquidity pool. Okay, so let's set up the marketing tax, charity tax, or LP tax. Let's say we don't want charity. Okay, we just want marketing and auto LP. Marketing is going to be for the project to invest the Ethereum they are going to collect on taxes in marketing or whichever development they want. And auto LP, which is going to be used for the investors. Let's say we set up the marketing tax at 5% on buy and 2% on sell. And let's do the opposite on the auto LP. Let's make it 3% on buy, 2% on buy and 5% on sell. This is going to make the token at 7% buy tax, 7% sell tax, and 0% transfer tax. Transfer tax is going to be whenever you send tokens to a wallet. If you increase here, it's going to increase as well the transfer tax, right? So keep that in mind. And then you need to select whichever wallet is going to be receiving the money from the marketing, the Ethereum that's going to be generated in taxes, and the wallet which is going to be the owner of the liquidity pool that's going to be added over time. For that, you just need to, if you want to use the same wallet, copy it and paste it on both. If you want separate, you can put whichever wallet you want here. Two things that you need to keep in mind: the total tax cannot be over 20%. So now it's 772, which makes 7, 7, 14, 14, 16%. So this is acceptable. But if you make it over 20, it's not going to allow you to go next. Second thing is, all these taxes can be changed later as well. So if you are racking your brain choosing how much is going to be this tax and where is it going to be sent, don't worry. You can change it later after the token is deployed. Okay, if you click next, you're going to find out all the details of your token, and you can just select the payment method and pay to deploy your token. Now, I want to finally explain these rewards functions here. So far, we spoke about tax, and this tax can be either in the tax is always going to be for you, you are the owner of the project, right? You can either receive it in the same token, which is a simple tax, or you can receive the token in Ethereum, or in BNB, in USDT. That's called a reward token, but it's also grouped into the same tax concept. So Reflections, it's nothing less than having a separate wallet, which is going to be receiving taxes as well. In this case, it's going to be your holders. So whichever, let's say we want to make marketing tax, auto LP like before, and we are going to add rewards as well, so we can give some of the taxes collected to everyone who is not selling, who is your holders. So let's say we are going to give, let's remove the transfer taxes, and let's make 3% on buy and 3% on sell. Now, if you account all of these, we are going to have 10% on buy and 10% on sell, and 0% on tax. So this is acceptable. But if you increase it, it's going to allow me to go, I need to, LP 0, here 0. You need to place the 0, don't leave empty, okay? If you go next, it's going to allow you, right? And that's basically it for today. I appreciate everyone who watched this tutorial, and if you have any questions, feel free to join our community and ask our moderators. Thank you so much. I see you on the next video. Bye.